One of my favorite things that my mom says to describe food is "that's disgusting," which means that she actually really, really enjoys it and wants to eat more of it. Another food related anecdote is that my brother and I have often found a half eaten ice cream cone or ice cream sandwich in the freezer. My mom likes to take a bite or two and then put it back. That's something that she used to do, which is very funny and endearing. One of my favorite stories about my mom is when we planted pumpkins in our neighbor's front yard as revenge, or maybe out of kindness. We'll never know. I love you, Mom. Happy birthday. I'm glad to be here with you.
Hi, something funny about my mom is definitely her eating noises when she goes, this is delicious. This is the best steak I have ever had. And here I am over here saying, just eat it. Stop making the sounds, just eat it. And she's continuing with, and I'm just losing it. The funniest story would have to be one time she was complaining, I have this muffin top, I'm so fat, what am I going to do? And then she pulls something out, she goes, kids, you want a cookie? Happy birthday, Mom, love you.
Hi, Patty.
Hi, Patty. Happy 50th.
We love you.
Do we have anything else? Oh, we have a story. I'm sorry, I forgot that. When they asked about stories for Patty, there's one story that actually stood out. And it was when Rachel was getting ready to go off to college.
And
Yeah, and my parents asked for any sound advice from all of our family and
Wisdom.
friends. Wisdom,
Yeah.
words of wisdom. Patty imparted one lesson that was really key to, I think, my life and everyone's life in college. And she said, condoms.
condoms.
One word, condoms.
Yes.
Very good advice.
Thank you, Patty, for
Thank you.
all your advice. And can't wait to celebrate with you tonight.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Patty.
16 years ago, it was Patty's birthday, and a few of us girls wanted to take her out for a special dinner. She always makes us feel very special on our birthdays. So we decided to go restaurant hopping, and it was sort of a big deal making the appointments and so on. So we arrived with all of sort of this excitement at Patty's house. She had just finished her workout, and so she had to take a shower. So a few of us, of course, were concerned because, we made reservations and the time. And Patty, intuitively, because she's so good at this, noticed that we were a little anxious and basically said, don't worry, girls, I'll be in the car in less than 5 minutes. I don't know how she does this, but she comes downstairs with her wet hair. So we're in the car, and first thing she does when she gets in the car is proceed to put a layer of nail polish on her toes. And so anyways, we're driving and we're teasing her a little bit about, how she's always multitasking and, just doing a million things at a million miles an hour. And so during the car ride, she's putting her lipstick on, and of course, as we all know, that she was an ex-model, so we were analyzing how she was putting on lipstick very closely. So we asked her to teach us. And she, of course, again gracious, immediately removes her lipstick that she had just applied and proceeds to give us step-by-step tutorial on how to apply lipstick in heavy West Side traffic to the restaurant. By the time we got to the restaurant, the three of us learned how to apply lipstick. So we get to the restaurant, and Patty gets out of the car looking beautiful, stunning. She's looking beautiful, and we had a lovely dinner, of course, several dinners. And the takeaway from that is that Patty is forever active and doing things, and she always manages to make everything effortless, really. and how she multitasks and how caring and how she's always filled with joy is really the best thing about my friend. So happy birthday from China.
Funny story about Patty. There's so many because I've known her for 20 years. But the most recent funny story is when Suzette and Chauncey and me and Baron and the Rosenfelds went to India, and Patty planned this great night for mine and Chauncey's birthday. And she had it all planned in her head because she's such a perfectionist. And we walked into this restaurant, and literally there was nobody in this restaurant. And some dancers came out that weren't really dancers, and a crazy puppet show, and we were really laughing all night. But the next morning, Patty said, "You have no idea what that was supposed to be. I had a long discussion with the travel agent, and I just feel taken like a camel." You know, we're like, taken like a camel? Yeah, taken like a camel. So she met Aaron, and the Rosenfelds went to India, and Patty planned this great night for mine and Chauncey's birthday. And she had it all planned in her head because she's such a perfectionist. And we walked into this restaurant, and literally there was nobody in this restaurant. And some dancers came out that weren't really dancers, and a crazy puppet show, and we were really laughing all night. But the next morning, Patty said, "You have no idea what that was supposed to be. I had a long discussion with the travel agent, and I just feel taken like a camel." You know, we're like, taken like a camel? Yeah, taken like a camel. So she meant taken advantage of, but from that point on, anytime we felt taken advantage of, we'd say, "I feel taken like a camel." Anyway, we love you, Patty. You're funny, but most of all, you are really such an amazing friend, and we're so blessed to have you in our lives. Mwah.
One of the funniest things Patty has ever said is, "Well, where else would I put it?" And the backstory of that is, when I first met Patty, I'd go over to her house, and there was a scale, yes, a scale where you weigh yourself in her kitchen. And finally one day I said, "Why do you have a scale in your kitchen?" And she said, "Well, where else would I put it?"
Patty, Patty, Patty. She's been a friend, she's been a shoulder to cry on, she's been a partner in crime, she's godmother to all these knuckleheads. And she even one time was my mother. Harry was in the hospital and the surgeon wouldn't let her in, and she proudly stated that she was the grandmother, therefore, my mother. Thank you, Patty, for all you do for us. We love you so, so very much. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy birthday!